Officers Club. This was formerly an Army base, and this building was saved by the Bayside Historical Society. It could have been condos or something certainly less sexy than what it is now, so I'm very proud of that too. At this point, I'd like to mention someone here today who actually helped to save this building. He helped the Historic Society save this building, and he was actually stationed here at the time. It's Senator Frank Padavan. Can you please stand, sir? He's our state senator for over 4 years. So what does BHS do? We have an education department. We see thousands of students every year. They come to our Grandmother's Trunk elementary school program, and they come to our after-school middle school program called Teen Thursdays. We have an extensive archive of Bayside artifacts from which we create exhibits, such as our current exhibit, Actors Enclave, which is downstairs. If you guys didn't know it or not, that before Hollywood was all the rage for filmmaking, it was right here in Queens. And a lot of the artists lived here in Bayside and Whitestone and Beechhurst. A great place to live, why not? We maintain a 19th century landmark cemetery. It's in Bayside. In fact, Mayor Van Wyck Lawrence is buried there. He's the first popularly elected mayor of New York City. We maintain that cemetery. Where's Peter? One of our board members, Peter Sudich, takes care of that for us. It's a great service he does. Thank you, Peter. And besides the cemetery, which is a landmark, and this building, which is a landmark, Bayside Historical Society has successfully advocated for 3 landmark buildings in Bayside. So those buildings, landmark isn't just the generic term landmark. It means it's going to be there long after we're all gone. It's saved. It's a historical part of New York City. So we managed to save the Hawthorne Court Apartments, which are over by Starbucks. The Cobblestone House, which is on Bell Boulevard. Everybody knows the Cobblestone House. And the Ailes House, which is right behind the Rite Aid on Bell Boulevard. That was built by the Bell family. Membership is very important. If you're not a member of the Historic Society, you can do that today. It's very simple. We have people who are wearing these cards who will direct you how to do that. It's inexpensive and it keeps us going. You could also do it online on our beautiful website. Thank yous. A couple of thank yous. I want to thank Ann Smith and George Maria Rodriguez for the catering that they did for today. Thank you so much. Some of our office staff, Monica Federa and Christina Garbino. Christina is our webmaster, and Monica is our office manager. Thank you both. My name is Paul Di Benedetto. I'm the president of Bayside Historic Society. And thank you. I want to thank all of our artists that came here and exhibited. You know, it's chilling how many great, talented people are just there. They live next door to you, they live down the block. You have no idea. There's such great talent in this community, and we're so glad to have them all here, some of them here today. But last but not least, my last thank you goes out to our executive director, Laura James. And Laura's going to come up and tell you a few things.
Again, I just want to reiterate what Paul said about such a wonderful turnout today. Thank you all for coming here to Bayside Historical Society to see this wonderful, wonderful art show. We have some truly magnificent works in there. In a few minutes, we're going to get to the awarding of prizes, but I just wanted to talk about some of our future events. On February the 3rd, we are having one of our Kids Crafts afternoon. That is from 1 to 3 p.m. And if you go to our website, we'll be putting up some information about more activities in the future. Paul mentioned Bayside, the Actors Enclave, the exhibit that we have now. That will run until about June, the end of June, when we will be taking that exhibit down, and we will be working over the summer on something brand new. Just a little hint: it's stuff we have in the basement, which we have a lot of. So it's been one of my goals since I came to Bayside Historical Society to take a lot of the wonderful things that we have in our archives and make them much more available for people to view. So our new exhibit will be based on things that we have downstairs. I'm going to introduce our main judge, Mr. Neil Slaughter, and Neil is an artist himself and a professor emeritus of art at Long Island University. He has exhibited in many places all around the world. After we announce the winners, we're going to put out a supply of these. It's a program, and it has all the winners and all information about their art in it. On the main table, on the inside, there is also a book of our artist statements. As part of the application process, we ask each artist to make a statement about the work that they do. So those artists who have provided that information, we've put that out in a booklet there. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Neil to say a few words.
Thank you, Laura. It's nice being back here. I've been selected several times to be one of the jurors, and I'm always grateful. This year we also had a juror named Robert Melling, who's I don't know if you know this term, he's a trompe-l'oeil artist. That means he paints very, very realistically, and usually still lifes. And then I paint, if you want to look me up on the web, it's Neil with 2 L's .Slaughter, and you can see that I paint everything from landscapes to portraits I've painted abstractly. And that is a nice segue into the fact that I'm always astounded at every art show where I've been asked to judge the plethora of interesting, wide range of work, and no exception for this exhibition as well. We had everything from representational painting to very abstract painting. We had photography, we had sculpture, or 3D as I like to call it, three-dimensional, because it doesn't necessarily mean a sculpture standing in the round. It can be a bas-relief, which is also here. Mixed media, photography, what else? That's drawing, but very, very few drawings. I would encourage people to submit more drawings, because as someone who has taught drawing and painting and art history for 4 decades, and I always say this to all my students, drawing is the foundation all the other arts are based on. So you should submit drawings. We like to have more drawings. Now, I think at this point we should probably go ahead and have Laura start handing out the awards. Now, one thing I did want to say is I'm a great believer in trying to be as fair as possible. And in some ways, it seems unkind to try, or just not fair to award, a painting over a photograph. They're entirely different mediums, or over something that's 3D. So what we've done is, my fellow juror and myself, and we cleared it with Laura, we decided that we would have a best of, we had these 5 categories. We had drawing, painting, mixed media, photography, and 3-dimensional. And there's a best of painting, there's a best of drawing, and so on and so forth, and then honorable mentions as well, ones that we singled out. That's not to say, if you didn't get an award, that your work wasn't good. It's just, there's only, at some point, and this is what I always, if you read this, please pick these up, because I've taken a lot of time to substantiate why my fellow juror Bob Melling and I selected the work that we did. So I hope you'll read it. And there it is, and there it is on the back as well. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Neil. All right, so let's get started. These are the distance glasses, so to read, I have to take them off. The first category of awards is going to be for painting. The award for Best Painting goes to Jeffrey Atkin, PS 41 Summer. Jeffrey, if you could come up, please.
Well deserved.
Congratulations. Do a photo.
Thank you.
All right.
Now we have have some honorable mentions in the painting category. The first one is Roseanne Kalustian for Bethesda Fountain. I feel like I'm at the Academy Awards. And the envelope, please. Roseanne, if you're here, please come to the front.
Because I painted in that same
The next honorable mention in the painting category goes to Newton Fiorentino, Sad Clown. The next honorable mention in the painting category goes to Allison Lucci for Horton.
Is Allison here? Okay.
Let her through.
Hello, boy.
turn around.
Hold on one sec.
And the last honorable mention in the painting category goes to Carrie McKay for Calla Lilies and Snapdragons. Door number one.
Thank you.
Hi, Terry. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Well done.
The next category is drawing. As Neil mentioned, there were very few entries in the drawing category, so there is just one award in this category, and that is to Elaine Hajian, Winter Woods. She's not here. Okay. The next category is mixed media, and the Best Mixed Media Award goes to Christina Van den Doster for Defying Superstition.
Oh, she's
Okay.
I'll make sure the caption says.
All right, and the honorable mention in this category goes to Michal Shapiro for Flushing Festival.
well done. Congratulations.
Did you get it?
All right, now we'll move on to the three-dimensional category. The winner for Best 3D is Sheila Blunt, Gray Cat on Vessel. Is Sheila here?
Here she comes.
Congratulations.
And honorable mention, Joseph Rossi, Surprise.
Making his way through the crowd. Congratulations.
the best photograph is Trudy Fritchel, Highline View. Sorry, Fritchie, my mistake. Didn't have the glasses. Trudy Fritchie. And now to the honorable mentions in the photography category. Claudia Schellenberg, Cityscape. The next honorable mention goes to Christina Pinto, A Lonely World.
Love smiles.
Arturo Vandian for coins. Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. Arto Vandian.
He's got art in his name. Thank you. Yes. Well deserved.
Willie Araldi for Queens.
He's here.
Sorry.
Got them all.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Robert Wong, Golden Pier. Hi, Greg.
Thanks.
And the last photography award and the last award of the day, Sheila Golden, Ethereal Bonsai.
This is my first one now.
All right, well, thank you once again. A few more thank yous. Thank you to Michael Shane for taking photographs for us today. The art is available for purchase. So if you want to purchase some art, you can speak directly to the artist. We also have representation from Bayside High School and Cardozo High School exhibiting some student art. Bayside High School also includes some computer-generated art. All right, so thank you again. Please enjoy the art and our beautiful castle.
Make sure you get a program